Well, we had a lot of rain again last night, so that's where I'm at. So it kind of slows me down today. It's also cold and windy, but it's going to slow me down a little bit on doing the rest of my project on the side over there. However, it'll let me get started on some of the studying that I have to do. The Coast Guard decided that we have to take, I believe it's 7 or 8 mandated tests. And I believe it's by the end of the month. So I have to do a little studying. Anyway, gotta get that started. At least find out where they are on the internet so I can download them and take it from there. And then I have to also read up on this because this is a class that I teach. However, they've modified it in some way or another, I believe, so I've been told. So now I have to go through this and this to find out exactly what the modifications were done and what they're expecting. I hear that there's something about duplicates of everything, things that have to go to NRA, things that have to go to the student. Now, I always make a copy of whatever I give the student as a certification. This here way, I have a copy of it. It's like a record with their name and everything and signature on it as well as their thumbprint. But now, apparently I have to make copies and send things to NRA as well. This is just a way for them to get in the country's pocket, the firearm people of this country, or those who want to become involved with firearms in this country. They're just setting it up so that you have to go through them. You have to pay them $60, and you're going to be giving them all of your information to do this. So now you're going to start getting bugged for memberships, because that'll be the next thing. Memberships, donations, paraphernalia, all kinds of crap. Hats that you can buy anywhere for $10, they want $50. I mean, that type of thing. Now, it's already mandatory, so to speak, well, it kind of is, for a club. I belong to 2 clubs. For a club to be a so-called NRA sponsored or NRA affiliated club, which means that every now and then you can hit them for some donations to help, fix things around your club as far as the range and things. Don't expect for a lot. You get a couple $1,000 out of them every now and then. But all the members have to be a member of NRA. We have to show our NRA membership and renewal every year when we renew our club membership. So what I'm thinking now is, seeing that the NRA is setting it up so you have to go through them to get some testing, because you still have to see us to get it finished off. They're just getting into your pocket, and it's going to become guaranteed. It's going to become that you have to be an NRA member in order to get your permit and keep your permit. Watch, mark my words on that. NRA is one of these evils that we kind of need. They created a need for themselves by using the Constitution. And they just ran wild with it, and at that point, they're just as big as the government and as greedy, and in my opinion can't be trusted any more than them. However, I have to belong to them in order to belong to a club. So that's kind of like where we're at. Now, I don't sponsor them in any way. I don't try to sell their memberships. I don't donate any funds to them. I pay my membership fees. I'm also an instructor, so I have to pay a fee for that. Now, they're also thinking about changing that. If I remember right, let me think, because it automatically comes out of my account. I believe it's $20 or $30 a year I have to pay to maintain my NRA instructorship, so to speak. I heard, and I don't remember where I heard it or seen it, that they're going to start charging us instructors up to $50 per class that we are certified to teach. Now, I am certified with NRA to teach, I don't know, 7, 8. So that means it's going to cost me $400 a year to renew. See what they're doing here? They're just getting greedier and greedier. They're creating more and more and more of a need for themselves, which is only putting more and more money in their pocket. And that's it. And the government isn't going to say no, because it's a game. You know, the government is in on this with the NRA, as the NRA is in on the government. They both know what strings to pull and how much money it's going to cost to pull that string. And the government knows if they get rid of the NRA or just say screw it, that there's billions of dollars that are not going to be funded to the government, because the NRA funds both, you know, parties. They help both parties. If you're a Democrat, but yet you have a little bit of gun thing, guns are okay, they're going to donate to your funds to, you know, to keep you reelected, to keep you in office, because you're, even though you're a Democrat, you're on their side. You're almost like a double agent. You're a plant, you know, and they're paying big bucks for these things, and people can be bought, and that's the problem. You know, greed had gotten a hold of the country. Everybody is finding a niche to get into the pocket, and NRA created a niche years ago, and they're just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. I can almost foresee them becoming involved to where gun registrations are going to have to go through them, because a lot of people trust them, especially down south and Midwest. They trust them because they're fighting for the Constitution, the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. So people feel that, okay, we can trust them. So meanwhile, while they're trusting you, you know, you're taking advantage of them. And that's kind of how it works. So I can see a lot of changes, and people would probably hand over their information to the NRA thinking that it's okay. So if it comes to gun registration, NRA may become a gun registry type department, where guns have to go through NRA. I mean, I don't put anything past them. But when I started talking about the Coast Guard, I got to take those tests. It brought up the test on the NRA that I have to go over to find out how they changed it and what they're doing and what they want duplicates in. And, you know, now there's PIN numbers, and I have to, you know, get on the computer and get on NRA site and give them your PIN number. Then they're going to send me back a file, I guess, so that I can download and print out your certificate. I'm not even giving certificates anymore. They're doing all that. Yeah. All right. You know, so it's just, you know, we just have to be there to do the live fire. Now, they won't do away with us to a point, because that's more money they'll be doing away with, and they want more money, so they're not going to do away with money, even though this other one's going to make them billions. I mean, they're still making big money on us, so they're not going to completely do away with us, you know. But anyway, other than that, beware, pay attention, especially us gun owners. You know, we have to stay heads up on this. And for those of you who are thinking of getting guns, you may want to do it as soon as possible, because if anything, you may not notice a change other than it's going to cost you an additional $60, and you're going to have to go online. Then you're going to have to go to your instructor and pay him whatever his fee is going to be. And more than likely, he's going to charge you the same fee he's always charged, only because he still has to go through live fire. You're still using his guns. You're still using his ammunition. You're still using his targets. You're putting wear and tear on his guns. He has to clean his guns. So when he goes home, he still has a few hours of cleaning to do. You know, and he's going to have to go over this test with you that you've taken to make sure that you are the one that took this test. So you're still going to spend the same amount of money. I mean, it's not going to get any cheaper. So anyway, have a good one, guys, and let me have my coffee and decide. Other than finding out where these tests are. I guess if I call the station, they'll tell me. But anyway, I'll catch you guys later.